Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Dave of the Shrink Wrap Radio Psychology Podcast, coming to you once again to talk about my latest podcast interview. And this one will be Shrink Wrap Radio number 478, Opening to Spirit Mediumship, with my previous guest, Suzanne Maiden. I interviewed her some years back on a topic related to dreams, to serpent dreams. And now I'm interviewing her again. She is a licensed professional counselor, having received her master's degree from Pacifica Graduate School. And so she's fairly Jungian in her orientation as a result of that. And I know that she's been in Jungian analysis for 15 years, which she's very open about. And the other thing that she's been very open about is that for some time now, she has been struggling with cancer and has had a number of surgeries and chemotherapy, and it's been dragging on for some time. And she's been very courageous in contending with it and received lots of support from people who know her, particularly from the podcasting community, which is how I met her several years ago, her and her husband Robin. I met them at a podcasting conference in the early days of podcasting, and they had a Jungian-oriented podcast of their own called Insight Works, where they discussed Jungian concepts. They since let that go. So Suzanne, this podcast is about her experiences opening up to becoming a spirit medium. I gather she's always felt in touch with a certain psychic dimension, and that seems to run through her family, she says. But the mediumship is something that's kind of started to happen spontaneously. And I'm thinking maybe there's some connection between that inner resource opening up and her cancer that she's dealing with. So you'll hear us discuss that issue. This is a bit out of my wheelhouse. I generally don't do interviews that go too far into the parapsychological domain, I guess is how I would say it. But because she's a friend, because I know her to be a very solid person, I wanted to make an exception here. And so I'm happy to share it with you all. And who knows, whether she is in fact getting messages from the other side or from somewhere in her unconscious. But either way, she seems to be picking up on accurate information. So I think you'll want to listen to this one. Once again, it's Shrink Wrap Radio 478, Opening to Spirit Mediumship with Suzanne Maiden. Okay, everybody, the ball's back in your court now.